Hey guys, my name is Robert Joseph Strada III. Today I'm going to show you how I've successfully done hundreds and hundreds of one-call closes. I've worked for Grant Cardone and been trained by his elite sales team, and this is basically what we did most of the time. On top of that, I've also done for my own marketing agency. I actually used to do one-call closes specifically for, and I'll explain like what I did in about a minute, but I've done it for my own business while I was active duty military. I've also done door-to-door. Those were not typically one-call closes, but I have done same-day closes while I was solar, having someone show up to the appointment and then they would get the deal signed while I was solar as well. I got shot at 9 times. It's another fun statistic about my resilience doing this stuff. And I'm gonna show you everything that I know. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. By the way, I wanna let you know what I'm battling. I'm battling the weak salesman's mindset. I think that every single salesperson should be able to achieve their financial freedom so they could have their personal goals and their life that they dream of. That's what I wanna be able to teach you guys. And that's what my goal is here. So number one is you have to know it depends. It depends on what you are selling and what you're doing. Is it a low price point or a high price point? Is it a volume game or is it a subset? Look, not every offer is designed for a one-call close. That's just a fact. And you're going to be turning off a lot more people than you're going to be turning on or getting sold. So if you're selling like a $50 item, which you shouldn't be selling anything lower than $40, because if it's lower than $40, they're going to think that you're just swiping for details. Not to mention that the profit margin isn't there. I remember a kid that used to there was a door knocker who would sell T-Mobile plans or Verizon plans, I think it was. I'm like, dude, how much commission do you even make off of this? It's like, I think $10. I'm like, holy guacamole. There are some insane things that happen with this, okay? So low price points, the lower the price point, the more pressure you're gonna have to do and the more likely it's gonna be a one-call close and the more it should be. If it's a higher price point, look, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you should do like a demo. Maybe it should be a same day close. Okay, and that's why setter versus closer. Look, if somebody is setting a call, and let's say there's a setter, maybe you set it for yourself, maybe you set it for closer, but you call the person up, maybe it's a $5,000 product. Hey, how big of a problem is this? Sir, this never happens, but actually my senior advisor is available right now, aka my closer. Can you hop on a Zoom right now, this minute? Technically to me, that's a one-call close or same day. Number 3 depends on the amount of familiarity. Are they really familiar with the offer? Have they been thinking about it for a while? Like, if they are more familiar, that means they're more likely to do the one-call close. That's why we close a lot at Cardone Ventures, okay? Number 2, again, remember, it doesn't have to happen. Like, not all calls. I know you don't want to hear that. I understand that's not the strategy, but you have to understand it doesn't have to happen, and you're going to turn a lot more people off than you're going to turn on. You should be prepared for that if this is the route you want to go down. Number 3, pain points. It depends. It really does. When I was selling event tickets for $500 or $2,000, or I've sold $5,000 tickets on one calls. Okay, I've sold a $40,000 thing on one call. Okay, but and that was very rare, by the way, obviously. But you have to understand that we didn't get a pain point. We really didn't get a pain point. You know, we really would just kind of get like, what's your 5-year revenue goal? What's your 5-year goal? Where do you want to be? And then we would just use that. If you got a pain point, you wouldn't dive into it. You should always get a pain point if it's a low ticket item. And again, I'm just telling you how we did it, how the people that I worked for were getting eight one-call closes like in a day, okay? So you can get a pain point. You don't need to dive very deep if it's a low ticket item. If it's a high ticket item, maybe you need a very deep pain point. Maybe you need to do a whole discovery. Okay, maybe you need to get the goal and dive deep into the goal. Hey, okay, what have you tried so far to get to that goal? Why hasn't it happened? Consequence questions. Okay, but if it's a low price point, maybe you just need to do, what's your pain point? What's your goal? Go for the close. Okay, familiarity prior to the call, obviously same thing. The higher the familiarity, the better it is. But it depends. If you're selling some $50 product, or you're selling some newspaper article over the phone, you don't need it. I have successfully. One of my coaches I was having a high no-show rate for when I was selling for my marketing business when I was active duty military, and one of my coaches that I paid was like, hey dude, why don't you say that you're going to create a custom plan for their business based on their SEO and their marketing and make them a video, post on YouTube unlisted, and then they have to pay $50 in order for you to show up and show it to them, right? And really what they were paying me $50 for was a demo. but I still did get them value. I did do a heat map, which is, it's SEO terminology, but I would show them what their competitors are doing, what they're doing. I would make them a custom plan, okay? But you don't need familiarity, Another thing is assumed combined with a micro agreement. Like you're assuming the sale combined with micro agreement. So I'm gonna tell you an example of what that means. Let's say you're at the end of the call, okay? Okay, thank you so much for your time, sir. So all I need on your end in order to get like this secured is your email. What was your email, by the way? Oh, got it, it's that, okay. And what was the business name? Oh, okay, got it. And what was your last name again? I didn't catch it. Okay, perfect. And then all I would need on my end is a form of payment. So we could do Visa, Amex, MasterCard, wherever gets you the most points, and preferably a business card because it's, tax write-off. Need to sit. But you're getting micro commitments. What's your email? What's your business name? What's your last name? And I'm assuming the sale. Like again, assuming the sale was taught to me by, well, first of all, it was taught to me by many people, but Cole Gordon was like the one who really popularized it with me personally. And, he said most of his closes were from assuming the sale. So assuming the sale means that you just assume it. You just, boop, okay, I guess we're gonna put your payment in now. I'm not asking you, how should we proceed from here? What are the recommended best steps? How soon can we get you on board? No, dude, it's like I'm just putting your payment, I'm just like ready when you are. I'm ready for the payment when you are. Like I'm assuming the sale. Because, that's the way you gotta do it. Another one, best. This one I'm going, warm leads from high intent funnels. No quiz funnels. Like I was telling you, cold call, one call closes do happen. But what we noticed at Cardone Ventures was if you did some sort of funnel where they fill out a quiz and you get their info that way and you send them a PDF and some custom training, it's like that really would be a drastically lower close rate versus like, hey, sign up to get information about this product that we're going to sell you. This product, very direct, very specific, no workaround. Hey, you want to go to this event? Sign up to get a call about this event. And that would be the most high intent and the most highest one call closes. Because like, why else would they put their info in there? It's cold out. Number 8 is you're gonna text them during the call. Dude, there's another video I made and I'll put a link to it in a bit about why and how to text them during the call, but you're sending them the price on the call as fast as possible. You're sending them the details of the product while you're on the call. Hey, throw me a voicemail, check this out. If it's not written, it is not real. You need to write it down and send it to them. Send them photos, send them everything they gotta know while they're on the call, obviously, otherwise they can't buy. Send them the invoice. They can't pay if they don't have the invoice, or you can take their credit card over the phone. That's the way we almost always did it. Yeah! Okay, I'm gonna throw in a bonus here. You gotta be creative. At the end of the day, you have to be committed and you have to be creative. Creativity follows commitment. I'm committed to getting this close. I'm committed to getting this deal, okay? Through my commitment, I'll come up with creative strategies. That's how we came up with all of these, was through our commitment. And then we all of a sudden got creative. Dude, what can we do to get this guy to buy? Hey, let's FaceTime him. You could FaceTime somebody on your phone. Dude, I'm FaceTiming him. Hey, dude, I'm gonna text you during the call. Hey, I need to get this guy the price now. We gotta like, hey, let me give the headset to somebody else and have them close. Dude, I'll do anything. I'll do whatever it takes, all right? So you gotta be committed and be creative. Number 9, 100% certain. I am 100% certain this is gonna be helping you out. This is gonna get you to the goal you need to go to. You told me you wanna go to. I am 100% certain this is gonna solve your problem, okay? Number 10, 0% weirdness about price and payment. Hey dude, look, it's okay. It's a low price of $8,000 and I'm ready where you are, okay? You're not being weird at all. You have 0% downward tonality. You go slow, maybe you go a little bit, whatever speed, but the goal is that you're not weird at all about it. Number 11, you're gonna give somebody else the headset, okay? This is probably the biggest one that a lot of us had to wrap our head around, but I'm telling you, this is a game changer. I'm telling you, this is the number one. If I were to make this number, this is probably the number one way to get a one call close right here. Give someone else the headset. I push them to the 99 yard line. And then they're giving me objections. We're getting nowhere. They're repeating themselves. They're saying the same objection 4 times in a row. And then what I do is I take my headset, I take my phone, I give it to someone else, and whoever that person is my manager. Hey, sir, listen, at the end of the day, I don't think I just want you to talk to my manager. Dude, I'll just hand someone the headset. You don't even need to preempt it. You could say, hey, sir, I feel like we're at kind of an impasse. I'm going to have you talk to my manager. Here, this is John.
Yo!
John, what's up, man? Hey, I heard like Robert's really passionate about it. You know, we're not getting anywhere on the call. I'm a manager over here. Just want to go ahead and get your opinion on what's kind of going on. Can you kind of run me through where we're having a bottleneck here? You know, and I'm telling you, like sometimes I would just put it on someone else's head. Take the phone from me. Take it. I would just hand someone else the phone. Here, bro, take it. Finish him off. Finish him. Okay. 50% of something is a whole lot better than 100% of nothing. You got to remember that and repeat it to yourself. 50% of something is better than 100% of nothing. Make it a habit. Start just handing off headsets, because there's a psychological phenomenon when somebody not only hears another voice, it resets the entire conversation. They're like, oh, it's a new person. And not on top of that, guess who that other person is? That's my manager. You're not talking to my manager. It could be my brother. It could be whoever. I could be selling from my home with my boy, and I'd be, hey dude, you're my manager. Take this phone, okay? Number 12, we already go over this, but we already went over this, but you gotta understand, it's very possible. Like, it is done every single day, multiple times a day, by different organizations. The only reason it wouldn't happen is if you have a limiting belief in your head that it isn't done. All right, now what we're gonna do is a strategy for my setters. Shout out to my setters out there. You guys are, you're getting there. You'll get there one day. Okay, look, first of all, if somebody's on the phone and you did a whole discovery, whatever, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, shouldn't be super long, you're gonna put them on hold. You're gonna have a small buffer, and then you're gonna do a temp check. So it's gonna sound like this. You're on the phone with someone, you did a whole discovery, you're about to set the appointment. Instead, what you're gonna say is, okay, I'm gonna pull up the calendar. Hold up. Question for you. How serious are you about solving insert problem? On a scale of 1 to 10. Okay, and on a scale of 1 to 10, how serious are you about achieving insert goal? This is very rare, because normally our insert company, our senior advisors are booked out 2 weeks in advance, but they actually just had a cancellation of the schedule. If I could plug you in, can you rock and roll right now? 20 to 30 minutes and you're out with a solid framework you could immediately implement. Them. No. Me. Okay, I understand that. I'm hearing you, but I'm letting you know this never happens. And if they say yes, you say, boom, let's rock and roll. Let's do it. I'm gonna go grab them. Please hold. Put them on hold. Then you're grabbing a closer, and you're gonna put them on the call right then and there. All right. So, and if they don't, you just set them regularly. Sir, I have time later today or tomorrow or the next day. Which one is better for you? Number 14, you are going to drop price early, very early. If anything, I want to know. I'm going to know the price before they get on the call. I want them to know it before they even get on, but I need them to know it very, very early. Otherwise, they have more time to think about it. That's what it is. I want them to know it at the beginning of the demo. Okay. Number 15 is get to the close fast. Look, when you're selling a low ticket item, especially, like a low ticket could be 50, low ticket could be $500, $2,000, $5,000. Doesn't matter. Okay. Look, you need to get to the close super fast. 8 minutes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 15. If it's a one call close, this is just for specific. This is how I did it. All right. We got to go super fast. Maybe it's not for every industry, and that's what I'm going to say. Number 16, do not sell in the close. When you are in the close, you are not pitching the product. You are in the close. All you're doing is objection handling. That is it. That is very, very important. Number 17 is remember to buy like you sell. You're never going to do a one call close unless you one call close things yourself. If I'm buying something on a call, I'm giving them my credit card over the phone. If I want someone else to give me their credit card on the phone, I need to give someone else my credit card on the phone. If I want someone to buy on one call, I have to buy on one call. If you all of a sudden need more information before you buy, everybody else that you sell is going to need more information. You need to talk to their wife, and exactly whatever you say to anybody else.
Stupid.
Number 18 is you got to be comfortable with the pressure. You got to be comfortable with pressuring people. Like, at the end of the day, I know that sounds bad, but look, pressure makes diamonds. And I think I'm gonna need to sell people a little bit on what pressure is. Okay, look, do you think that Bill Belichick was not pressuring Tom Brady to be a better person? He pressured the ever-loving heck out of him. And that's the reason why he was the greatest quarterback of all time, because of how much pressure he put on him. Read his book. They both wrote books. Read them about it. How much pressure was put on him. I think Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan were now pressuring themselves to improve every day. Like, they put pressure on their teammates. Michael Jordan was a a-hole. Oh my God, he was horrible. Kobe Bryant was an a-hole. Horrible. But his team, what was more important? Was it to be nice to people, or was it to make sure that they won the frickin' game? Listen, if you hire me as a personal trainer, okay, like, why are you hiring me as a personal trainer? For nutrition, for working out. It's so that way you're fat. You're fat. Okay? I need to help you not be fat. If all of a sudden one day you wake up at 5 a.m. and you're like, hey, you know what, homie? I don't want to go to the gym. Sorry about that. I'm going to sit around and eat Oreos. What kind of personal trainer would I be if I was like, okay, that's good. That's fine. It's like, no, dude. No, I'm holding you accountable. You told me you want to solve this problem. You want to get this goal. I'm holding you accountable. I am pleasantly persistent, and I'm passionate that we can help you. Which is why you need to be, number 19, sold on the product. How does this help people? Let me look at a testimonial. Who does this help? Like, you need to know that. You need to be sold on it. Number 20, same thing, man. It's like, make it seem like no big deal, no biggie. Everybody buys this way. We get 10 of these a day. Trust me, everybody does the exact same thing. And number 21 is you need to know your lines. You cannot like if you are doing an objection handle, you need to know that thing word by word by word by word. You cannot go a little bit on a ramble when you're in the close. You got to know step by step what question to ask, in what order, and then what line to say, and then ask. Let's do this. What card do you want to put that on? All right. Number 22, man, like, again, I'm going to keep repeating this. It doesn't have to happen. You don't need to do a one-call close. You're going to burn a lot of people, man. It's not meant for every product. This is a part of a whole series. If you like this, I need you to watch this video. This is a part of a whole playlist. Click this video, and please comment. I will help you out, and subscribe only if you found this valuable. Thank you.